This is John from Radius Windshields, and I'd like to show you the 4 ways I would recommend setting up a RAD-2 or RAD-3 shock mount with the Sennheiser MKH416. This first setup is great for all-around situations when using a foam or fur windshield. The second setup uses 2 extra firm hoops to give more support for heavy fur windshields. This third setup provides the most isolation if you don't have fast boom swings. This last setup also provides good isolation while limiting side-to-side movement of the microphone. For more information on the full range of RAD shock mounts, including hoops, mic clips, and spare parts, please go to our website and download the RAD Shock Mount product guide. Now let's set up the mounts. The first setup for an MKH416 uses an extra firm hoop in the front and a standard firmness hoop in the back. For this demonstration, I'm using a RAD-3 shock mount with the pistol grip handle. All the setups in this video will also apply when using a RAD-2 shock mount with the boom attachment. This setup provides a good balance of handling noise isolation and microphone control. If you'll be using a foam gag and need to quickly switch back and forth to a slide-on fur windshield, this is the primary setup I would recommend. Make sure to tighten the safety straps as much as needed and cover the microphone capsule completely. Leave room in front of the hoops for any mic movement. For setup number 2, I've put extra firmness hoops on the front and back. I also have the mic pointed in the opposite direction on the mount. The RAD mount isolation is the same, whichever way you face the microphone. Even though it uses stiffer hoops, this setup still works well when using just a standard foam. However, this would definitely be the setup I would recommend if you plan on using the MKH416 with a heavier windshield that has layers of fur. The 2 extra firm hoops will provide the support you need when the front of the microphone is carrying more weight. For the most isolation when using the MKH416, use 2 standard firmness hoops on the front and back. Then spread out the mic clips for added stability. I would recommend this setup when you're only going to be recording with a mic foam over the 416. In this final setup, you can replace the back black hoop with an extra firmness one. This will allow good isolation for the front of the microphone, while also dampening a bit of the side-to-side movement. This is another setup that I would only recommend when using a mic foam. These are my recommended setups when using the Sennheiser MKH416 with a RAD-2 or RAD-3 shock mount. However, you can always set up the shock mount with other hoop combinations to have softer or firmer isolation. For more information, visit radiuswindshields.com.